Brought to you by Penguin.
The Greatest Nobodies of History, written by me, Adrian Bliss. Read by me, Beth Rylance, Sebastian Humphreys, and Kristin Atherton. Author's note. I think it was Julius Caesar's barber who once said, "Everyone remembers the heroes, but it is the nobodies who make history," which was just so like him. He was right, of course. If Genghis Khan's childhood nanny had been a touch more attentive, and if Alexander the Great's friends hadn't suggested a group trip to Persia, everything would have been different. Neither you nor I would be here, and this book would never have been published. Thankfully, in this timeline, everyone did their bit, from Michelangelo's marble dealer to Cleopatra's hairstylist, and as such, we are all here, and so is this book. What follows contains the mostly true stories of 10 extraordinary side characters from humanity's biggest moments. Some historians will discredit my sources. They'll tell you there's just no way a psychic medium contacted a ferret and transcribed its memoir, or that a 19th century horse could be so articulate. To these naysayers, I say this. It is impossible for us to know exactly how any historical event unfolded. The past is overflowing with embellished tales, subtle propaganda, outright lies, vicious rumors, harmless exaggerations, misheard anecdotes, and people just getting things wrong. In history, nothing is certain. So perhaps, and just perhaps, the lives of its greatest nobodies went a little something like this. One, the dog philosopher. In the 4th century BCE, under the watchful eye of Zeus and the Olympians, ancient Athens and its mortals were enjoying the fruits of the Golden Age. After 100 years of good fortune, the marble city gleamed with temples to the gods and heroes, and its people, or at least the lucky ones, enjoyed a life of enlightenment, strolling about on the cobbles, thinking up inspirational quotes. The most famous of these thinkers, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, fascinated, dazzled, and discombobulated their fellow Athenians with their philosophies, eventually making a cultural impact so large they are still household names to this day. Unfairly, their equally fascinating contemporary, the cynical Diogenes of Sinope, isn't quite as well known, most of his life and teachings being lost to time. That all changed in 2009, however, when a hoard of letters was found buried under the ancient Agora of Athens. After spending more than a decade translating the documents and filtering out the junk mail, historians were able to piece together an extraordinary collection of complaint letters from a disgruntled Athenian citizen, finally shedding light on the controversial antics of the man Plato dubbed Socrates gone mad. To whom it may concern, I'm writing to file an official complaint regarding a disturbance in my neighborhood. I should caveat that I am a very kind and tolerant man. Sometimes my friends say I'm too kind and too tolerant, and that I need to stop being so kind and tolerant, but I'm afraid it is in my nature and not subject to change. This morning, while leaving my home on Aphrodite Avenue, I found that my route past the Temple of Apollo was blocked by a very large, overturned stone jar. Passers-by agreed it was a dreadful shame, for it is a beautiful street in an upmarket part of town, and to...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?